baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. But does she really wanna? But can't stand to see me walk out the door. Don't try to fight the feeling, cause the thought alone is killing me right now. Thank God for mom and dad for sticking to us together, cause we don't know how. You think you got it, oh, you think you got it, but got it, just don't get it if there's nothing at all. We've been together, oh, we've been together, but separate's always better when there's feelings involved. It's what they say is then what makes, then what makes, then what makes, then what makes, then what makes love exception. So why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why, my baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. But does she really wanna? But can't stand to see me walk out the door. Don't try to fight the feeling, cause the thought alone is killing me right now. Thank God for mom and dad for sticking to us together, cause we don't know how.
All right, all right, all right. What's up, cuties? Thank you guys so much for joining me. Hit that like button on your way in. Sorry, I'm a little late. Get a dog, they say. When I tell you 6 o'clock my time on the dot, my little dog was sitting at the door, and there go another one sitting at the door, and he gonna sit there. But welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for joining me. I will say a couple hellos and then we will get right into it. This is a late live, but there's a couple topics I want to talk to you guys about. A quick follow-up on the nurse in Indiana that we discussed the other day that was in active labor and had her baby. They kicked her out. We'll touch on the Chicago mom as well. And then we're going to get into some housewives drama. What's going on with these housewives? My goodness. A mess. So we'll discuss all of that, but let me say some quick hellos. Shout out to the legend of the moms, Linda Gamble in the building. Thank you, Linda Gamble. Hey, Teresa, my cutie mod. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Mama V is here. My sis, Angela Richardson, is here. Hey, Angela. Thank you, sis. Look, I can say this. Ciao. Bridget J. Girl. What's going on? Bridget J. texted me. I have had an amazing day, but I will say this. Have you guys ever tried to just do your own will and God will stop you right in your tracks and say, hold up, didn't I tell you that this was this? Baby, when I tell you it happened to me this afternoon. But thank you, Angela. Thank you for being here, sis. I appreciate you. What up, Dope Head H? Thanks for joining me. Cece is here. Love My Mama is here. Gigi. What's up, Gigi? Thanks for stopping through. I appreciate you. Who else is here? Gia. My sis Gia, love me some you, Gia. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for being here, sis. I appreciate you. I really do. Okay, let's continue. There she go. Bridget J. Girl. What's going on? Thank you for being here, sis. You know, I normally play your intro. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Let me play my girl intro real quickly. Real quickly. You guys hit the like button.
Girl, what's going on?
That's my sis, Bridget J. I saw your text, sis. Okay. Who else is here? I just saw Red Ann. Hey, Red Ann. Welcome, sis. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Tootie is here. Hey, Tootie. How are you? Toot Latrice is in the building. Welcome. Hey, El Nicole. How are you? T, go say it. Wait a minute, T, go say it. Because didn't it used to say T go say it like it is or something like that. Welcome, T go say it. Sweet Tea in the building. Welcome. I'm getting down to the bottom. I promise. I promise. Peach Prince is here. Hey, Peach Prince. Hey, Cheryl Canada. How are you? Welcome. My sis Melanin Beauty is in the building, and she's a beauty. Okay, all of the gorgeous Cutie Crew sisters that came to Vegas, OMG, gorge. Hey, always India, how are you? Uh-huh, she laughing. Uh-huh, you here for the shade. We about to get started. Hey, Reen, welcome. Okay, thank you guys again for joining me. If you did not hit that like button, please go ahead and hit that like button. I'm going to start real quickly with some Orange Man news. And this is because, look, I do have a couple Cutie Crew sisters that are nurses, and the Orange Man and the Department of Education has removed graduate nursing from its list of professional degree programs. So they're rolling out this student loan change all under his big, beautiful bullshit bill. And that's crazy to me. Look, the next person that takes over that job is going to have so much to do, so much cleaning up and reversing to do. Aunt Debbie is here. Hey, Aunt Debbie, I meant to text you earlier. Welcome. Hope you're feeling well. Thanks for joining me, Aunt Debbie. What are you all's thoughts about this before I go ahead and get on with the get go? Yes, he is. Yes, he is straight trash. It's something every day. Any nurses in the building? Any nurses in the building? It's crazy. Oh, thank you, Gigi. Thank you. She said his sickly earth need a nurses ASAP. What will he do next? What will he do? I'm sick of him. I'm sick of him. And yes, Teresa, I agree. The dumbest thing you ever heard. What the heck? Teresa cussing. She mad. What the heck you mean? Nurses are not a professional, such an uh idiot. I say it. YouTube, you better not make me take nothing out of here. So yeah, just again for the cuties that are nurses, it's crazy. Nothing shocks me anymore. I don't even look at the news at all. CNN, none of them get my views because yeah, it's something every day. So we'll keep our eye out on that and see how it goes. Let's go ahead and get into this next story. T Go Say It is a member. Thank you, T. Go Say It. Thank you so much for joining the Cutie Crew. I appreciate you. It's about time, girl. Thank you, T. Go Say It. T. Go Say It like it is. It was something. It was something. Gia, yes. A clown. Okay? A clown. But we spoke about this, I believe if it was Sunday, if not Monday. And this is the nurse that was at the hospital in Indiana. My apologies. She's going to say the hospital name in this video. I had all of that the other day, but I want you guys to take a listen to the follow up. She's suing. And when I see Attorney Crump resharing and resharing. I told you guys this the other day. That let me know what time it is. That let me know what time it is. And I'm waiting for the first mom that we saw in Texas, to see if she officially hired an attorney yet. But let's go ahead and take a look at her and her husband's story. The husband here had to deliver the baby in the car. Oh, thank you, Tico said. Love you too, sis. She been here for a while. Yes, that's what it was. Tigo said, if it has to be said, baby, I ain't forget. That's okay. I knew it was you by your pretty picture. All right, let's go ahead. Don't forget, the husband had to deliver this baby in the car. And if I'm not mistaken, she had this child 8 minutes later on the side of the road. And I believe the one in Texas had her baby 12 minutes later after being kicked out of the hospitals. So let's go ahead and take a look.
Have shown that Black maternal health outcomes consistently lag behind those of white women. Mercedes, I want to ask you, what responsibility do hospitals have in providing care to all pregnant women? What do you want to see come out of this and you telling your story?
Listen to the patient, treat people with dignity and respect.
Mm-hmm.
The patient says if they're in pain, they're in pain. If that woman says she's in labor, give her the respect to treat her kindly and help her through her labor and allow her to stay in the
You guys see the beautiful baby? Beautiful baby.
comfort of a bed, a comfortable bed in hospital. Don't consider out.
Studies have shown that Black maternal health.
All right, and we've been talking about Black maternal health for quite some time. You guys remember when we had to jump down Dr. Jackie's throat? When she said that Black women just be faking and coming in there early and all of that. It's a serious, serious thing, and they're playing a dangerous game. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, thank God that they were able to deliver a healthy baby, but she's suing as she should. Red Ann totally agree. If Forever 44 would have done half of this, we already know. I agree, sis. I do. Let's see here. They're trying their best to dwindle our numbers. And I know exactly what you mean by dwindling our numbers. And I totally agree. Hey, sis, I totally agree with you, Gigi. All right, let's go ahead. This is a speed live, child, because I'm tired. But this is the beautiful baby. So they showed her at the end, but I wanted you guys to see it again. And yes, Franciscan Health Hospital in Crown Point, Indiana. Now, I used to live in the suburbs of Illinois in my adult years, and I was minutes away from Crown Point and minutes away from the hospital that she ended up having this baby, or they took the baby to. I believe it was a community, not I believe, I know. It was a community hospital in Munster. So those of you um from Illinois and especially soft suburbs, Ridge Road will take you right there. And it's heartbreaking. It is. Let's see here. Jackie Arts can't have can't have none. So that's why she act like she does, and she needs to. Yeah, a lot of people feel like Jackie and Simone especially get away with so much, on that show. And we'll be watching in a couple weeks. I can't wait. I saw some clips, and yeah, it was amazing. She walked that back quick, but I don't care for Jackie anyway. Yeah, remember she came on Red Ann and she was crying and all of that, and that just irked me when she said that. And at the time, and I'm sure it still is, there were several Cutie Crew members that gave birth at hospitals in Atlanta, and they told some horror stories about Dr. Jackie. They said, in their opinion, she just in it for the money, you know. But she did walk it back. You're not lying about that. Look, I was gonna put up a post, but I said y'all probably gonna think I'm too mean. But I think I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna bring it up because it's regarding this Chicago mom. And yeah, I wanna look. We can roast kids, can't we? Now I didn't make the post, but let me bring that up real quick because I'm about to talk about the mom And yeah, we can get a look. If they are into bullying, then this is not bullying. We do not condone bullying at all. But yeah, we're gonna have us a little cackle. Let me make sure I have the post up. I have the post, but where is it in here? Give me 1 second, guys. Here they go. All right. The Chicago mother, we all watched in shock the other day, as far as her getting jumped by some Chicago thugs. Chicago thugs, that's what they were, minor thugs. And the parents are thugs too. I had a whole live schedule tomorrow about that, but I got something to do. But I have all the parents' information, child, the interviews, them coming out trying to defend all of that. Well, anyway, she's pressing charges. And I am so happy that she is. I want to say, first of all, shout out to the Shy, because she no longer lives where she lives. She was moved the same day before she received a penny of a GoFundMe. New furniture. The kids were taken out of that school, transferred to another school. And I believe that they've raised over $200,000 for her. As you guys know, she does suffer from sickle cell anemia. And she's traumatized. Her kids are traumatized. So take a look at what she had to say today to CBS News, and shout out to the Neighborhood Talk.
A CBS exclusive. The mother in this video, who was attacked while protecting her children, is speaking publicly. She and her son were brutally attacked by a group of kids on Monday. And this video has caught the attention of many across the country. Now, that community is stepping in to help move her out of the South Deering neighborhood. She only spoke to our Sade Gray about this horrific attack. And Sade is live in our newsroom with more from this exclusive story.
Well, Marie, Korshonda Hatter says she's still in physical pain after she and her son were brutally attacked with her young daughter just steps away. Her legs are bruised and it's hard for her to walk. But what hurts her the most is her children are still suffering.
My son is he's very devastated. He woke up out of him in the middle of his sleep, screaming. He was screaming, "Mommy, are you there?"
Hatter says her 9-year-old son and 6-year-old daughter are traumatized after watching their mom get attacked by a group of kids. In this video, we've blurred the faces of those involved because they're all minors. We've stopped it after she was dragged to the ground because of how brutal it is. Her son was beaten, and she says one of the kids pulled her daughter's hair. Her daughter stood off to the side crying, watching her brother and mother get attacked.
I felt helpless because I was down on the ground and he was down on the ground and he's looking at me screaming like, "Mommy, please help me, help me." I couldn't get up myself. I couldn't do nothing.
She's sick. She has sickle cell. So I guess they seen a little weakness on her because she's kind of walking a little slow. And they have no right to put their hands on an adult.
That's her partner, Devon Lee, who was at work when the attack happened. Hatter went on to tell me that her son has been bullied for the past 2 years at Orville T. Bright Elementary School because of the way she walks and talks, all of the results of her sickle cell disease. Hatter tried to talk to the school about the bullying, but she says they didn't do anything about it. Yesterday, a large group of parents came to the school.
All right, so you guys get the point here. And not only is she pressing charges against all of the parents that are the parents of the children involved, but I hope, I really do, that she sues the school as CPS as well, Chicago Public School System as well. You know, she's been complaining for a couple years. Thank goodness she wasn't harmed, mentally. She was harmed. She's traumatized for the rest of her life. But, it could have been worse because, again, of these thugs. So kudos to her. Kudos to the community there. There are so many videos. I just watched a video of a woman that in Chicago I can't say what she represent, but she from the streets. And there was a guy that said women need to fall back and let us handle this. And she went off. She said, look, the reason why a lot of this stuff happens where moms are walking to schools to pick up their kids or is because half of the men aren't there, you know. So yeah, she should press charges against everybody and the school district. Totally agree, sweetie. And she will. She will. Like I said, even this case, I believe that Attorney Crump is on it, and you guys know he don't play. But I told you guys we was gonna roast some little thugs for a minute, and we're gonna do just that. I just feel like being a little petty against them because they didn't care about her. So it is what it is. Hey, elegant elephant, how are you, sis? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm still cackling at that video you sent me, girl. Was it this morning or yesterday? This morning. A mess. Okay. So anyway, this person said, never thought I'd see the day we roast kids like adults. Somebody in the comments said, look, they fought her like they were adults. So they are hands off. So just get a little cackle. We're gonna move right on. But this is what they had to say about the children. They said, I found the little boy that was recording. Look, something ours look like his favorite color is 3. I'm about to show his little ours something. Favorite color is 3, meaning slow. Okay. I have no pity for him. Baby, this coat went viral. They said this look itch got this grown ours sugar off next Friday, mink fur on. Hilarious. And I don't mind, it is what it is. Baby, this one I cackle. This is the little girl that started it. You guys see her stance, and she's the one that threw the first punch. And yeah, they clowning her too. They say she looked like an egg, child. It is. Bridget J, I knew you was gonna drop down here. See, all them Vegas cutie crews, baby. She do look like a egg, child. Oh, child, not this Flavor Flav daughter. Oh, child. Oh, child. Uh, what this say? Y'all ain't say we was gonna do all of this. They talking about this lawyer, little boy in the back. He can get it too. But baby, what they say? They said they talking about Rolly and Bad Dolly always been messy. Now I heard of the name Rolly. I believe she may be on Bad Girls or Baddies or something. I don't know who little Dolly is, child. Bad Dolly and Rolly, but I believe them. Whoever they are. Little Flavor Flav daughter. And what's this? They say I want that little be with the flamingo coat first. So they looking for her and that coat. Okay. And then they found pictures of the mama wearing the same damn coat, child. A mess. I have 0 F's to give when it comes to these little thugs. This person said, I don't even want to see no kids today. Ain't no telling where my head at. And yeah, that's how upset they got the nation. That's how upset they got the nation. Oh no, sis. Really? You said just tonight I witnessed a gang of kids outside the library terrorizing people. This is a sign of the times. It's crazy. Hey, committed to the journey. Not little Bill can get it too. Sis, I am sorry to hear that. Did anybody intervene? Did anybody call the popo? I know what state you live in, but with Chicago being my hometown, it's been like this for at least the past 10 to 15 years. And I'm going to say this and we're going to move on. But my big sister and I, back in the day, we always said, can you imagine when these kids get 21? And, just talking about little neighborhood or things that we, growing up there that we witnessed. And child, those kids are the parents now. So, yeah. Oh, child, children of the corn. She's the captain of the cheerleaders, a student homecoming queen out there starting. She not know. Well, that's what her mama tried to say. Girl, she the captain of the streets. Okay, she the captain of the streets. The mama and everybody else is just out there lying. What I tell you guys the other day? That's the first thing they say. God forbid if something else would have happened to them. You know what I'm saying? Where they would have ended up being 6 feet under. That's what they say, Teresa. No, she was a good kid. She was a good kid. So yeah, I ain't buying that. Look at Linda Gamble laughing. Look, a little cackle. They don't care. I don't either. And you guys know I love the kids most times. Most times. But these here, they can get it, baby. They can get it. Cheryl Canada said the mama is gonna say be respectful to their kids. I said they act like grown-ups, we're gonna treat them as such. Period. Kids having kids, Red Ann. Hey, Indigo. Indigo sis, we got to find another show to go in one of these spots. We got to be on Patreon. Although on Sundays we're going to be looking at 2 shows, so that's 2 hours. But we're going to have to try to stick a day in, even if it's afternoonish. Yeah, but thank you, Indigo. Thank you for joining me. All right, Gigi said, girl, no, Teresa said, girl, my kids would never, ever try this mess. I promise I will be calling Chit Chat for bail, and I got it. I got it for you. Molly Wop. Look, I put on my real Facebook page, for the friends and family, and I said I would have gladly been at 26 in California. Deb, you know where that is. That's the Cook County jail. I would have been there. Period. I said not yet, but why do we have to wait till someone gets hurt? Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Danya, drive safely, sis. I saw your first comment. Don't you keep commenting and driving now. I'm gonna come to Nashville and try to find you. That's my birthday, sis. She will be in Mexico in a couple days. Love you, Danya. All right, we're gonna move on, guys. Let me put this back up so I can make sure I put the right window up. But continuous prayers going up to that mom and her children in Chicago. What a horrifying, horrible thing to go through. Even when she said how she couldn't help her son and her daughter because she's on the ground getting jumped. Could you imagine how helpless she felt in that moment? And she's sickly, So I believe her when she said that the little baby boy is waking up at night screaming, "Mommy, are you here?" and all of that. That was crazy. So again, shout out to the Shy for moving her up out of that community and for those kids going to a totally different school now. And I hope that they get the therapy that they will need, including the mom, All right, this one is a hit it and quit it. Because look, I want to know you all's thoughts about this. Super Scent is in the news again. And she's talking about a girl that placed an order back in October and she still has not received her order. So the girl reached out and she DM'd Super Scent. So let me let you guys hear this. Now, before I even get to letting you guys hear this, Super Scent allegedly ran this big sale. And in this audio, you guys will hear her saying that I think she had 5,000 orders, but only had 2 people because she doesn't feel comfortable hiring new people. You shouldn't have had that massive sale to me. Okay. Now, a month later is a little cray, especially when people can order stuff and get it next day and at least a week later. So take a listen. I want you all's thoughts, and I want to know, who do you feel like is wrong in this situation? The girl for sending Super Scent a DM instead of emailing her, or Super Scent is wrong? Let's take a look. But I believe this shows that, well, I don't know if these are all her orders or the notifications. Okay, so these were in her emails as far as track your order, track your order, track your order, track your order, but the order didn't ship. So let's take a listen. Come on now. Where's the audio? Here you go.
I know listen, thank you for everybody that's been banned with me for the Crown case. I only had 2 packers, and I felt like I did not want to risk hiring new people, because if I did, I would have had to take time out of training them. And when you train somebody so fast, you go into the world, they mess up orders. And when they mess up orders, it mess up money, it mess up reputations, it mess up the business. So I just used the 2 packets that I had.
Hold on. What's up with this audio? Sound like, well, I guess it's somebody in her background. Let's continue.
And I've been working with for over 7 years. And that's why orders has been taking long. But trust me, y'all, I never scam nobody out their money. Because somebody wrote me one time and said, oh, you scam me. I never, ever, ever scam nobody out their money. I always send a product. Even if it's late, I'm going to send it. I just feel like this rush we had, it was not well thought of. I didn't think I was going to have over 5,000 orders that day. But I did, thank God. But yes, orders did take a lot of.
Ooh, that's annoying as far as the noise in the background. But we're going to continue. Now, look, I do agree with Super Cent only on one thing, because businesses do have their own personal emails attached to, their website, where that's exactly who you should contact if you having any issues with your orders or anything like that. I agree with her with that, but according to the girl, she did that and did that and did that, and Super or her company didn't answer. El Nicole said 2 people with 5,000 orders is crazy, and that's my whole point. Don't just have these big sales. And look, I don't think she's a scammer at all, but don't have these big sales if you can't accommodate and ship accordingly. So if you only had 2 people, maybe you should only had 250 orders, not 5,000. Let's go ahead and continue.
Today and Monday will be the last. I know it's, listen, thank you for everybody that's been banned with me for the.
Okay, now I had another video because her and the girl started going back and forth with each other, but I want to show you guys Super Cent's friend Tokyo. She came out defending her friend as she should. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'm mentioning this because I want to know you all's thoughts. Now, just from hearing that part of what Super Cent had to say, is that right? Let me know. Let's listen to Tokyo.
I'm on this rant. This is another thing. I let Super do her thing on this internet, and I stay out the way. I don't say nothing when she got nothing going on. I hit my sister up personally and ask her if she okay. But y'all gonna stop playing with her on this internet. She is the type that let y'all in her life, and she shared with y'all. That's who she's always been from the beginning. But one thing I'm not about to let this do is let the city, anybody in the city of New Orleans, play with her like that. Like, this girl don't put on fucking city. Like,
I'm just wondering what they have to do with customer complaint. Tokyo. Teresa, I saw your comment. I commented over there too, child, and people started responding. I deleted it, but I said perhaps it's the tone. Even if this girl DM'd you to me, that does not mean that Super Cent should have addressed her. Retain your customer, or even if you don't want that customer any longer, go ahead and refund, say sorry for the inconvenience, and gone on about your business. But allegedly they may have some history together because the husband's involved and everything else. It is Cabrini Greens, Teresa. Yeah, they demolished them. I've never stepped foot in a project, but yeah, Cabrini used to be something else back in the day. All right, let's go ahead and continue listening to Tokyo.
she don't give back tenfold to the city. Like, she not one of the first companies to ever do what the she did. Fucking city, man, be for real. Y'all talking about Fenty would never, yeah, because Rihanna wouldn't sell thing to you, but she got enough respect for her city that like that really get to her. It bother her when y'all do it, man. Don't do that. What, bruh? Well, and while I'm on this rant, this is another thing. Let Super
shut up, Tokyo.
This internet that really made everybody so motherfucking entitled. Y'all be entitled as a mother. Is you to think you could just pull up to the CEO and say, yo, What's wrong with you? It's a chain of command. Go to the company, you email the company, you do what you got to do with the company. She filling out a salary for people and paying people to do that. Like you gonna walk up in her and y'all gonna bully her. Now you know one thing about it and two things for sure.
I like her hair, although I would never wear the multicolor. That's cute.
You are that girl. You do not play when it comes to business. Chin the fuck up because you that bitch. And I love you. I'm proud of you. And so many people all over the world are proud of you. You are fucking phenomenal. With any who got to say.
Okay, so although I don't disagree with everything that Tokyo said, yeah, Super Sin has definitely put on, but she talked about entitlement, and what that lady is entitled to is her order in a timely manner. So I don't think that, oh, well, I don't agree with that part. She's entitled to her order. And yeah, some people complain. You know what I mean? And like Red Ann said, business is business, period, point blank. So let me see what you guys are saying, because no. What did she do with all the money? I don't know. She's still doing well. You know what I'm saying? She's still doing well. So yeah, I don't know. The respect she has for her city don't have nothing to do with her customer base. Exactly. That's why I said Tokyo, what does that have to do with anything? You saw my comment over there before I removed it. Give the lady her money back. She ended up giving the lady her money back. They ended up still beefing. And with the history that it seems like they have, well, the girl is a long-term customer. Let me say that. She's a long-term, I doubt if she will continue, of the crayon case or whatever it's called. And, she said that she thought that she had that type of rapport with Super Scent because Super has answered questions like this in the past. But she also said that she did send emails to the website, So interesting. Retention is key. Right. And that's a simple fix. You know what I mean? If the two people that she did have that were staff to handle that workload couldn't handle it, Super Sync could have went in that warehouse and personally picked that lady's order and sent it next day air. My apologies. And exactly what you said, Red Ann, she would have been able to retain that customer. So I like Super Scent. She is one of a couple of the influencers that made millions. She made a couple million in an hour one Black Friday a couple years ago. I like her. I just don't like how this was handled. But again, there is a little history going on there. So we're going to go ahead and get into this housewives drama. 99 of you guys watching, hit the like button for me. Now, I'm excited about this. I am excited about this. Shout out to Mr. Housewives over there on Instagram. Nene may be back. Nene may be coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. I know a lot of you guys don't care for Nene. I love me some Nene. She is one of the originals, and she absolutely put Atlanta on the map. And it looks like Kenya may be back as well soon. So let's go ahead. But the chairman of Bravo revealed which former housewives could return. And let's take a look. So when it comes to Karen, well, this is not the one that I wanted. But she had this to say. It's a variety of things, and it's also about the level of accountability, the level of change that person is going to make. The audience is with Karen because they're rooting for her, because they think and believe that this will profoundly change her. I took the standing ovation as a sign of support for somebody who's now taking accountability. That's borne out by what she says to Andy. And then I think that there are things that are far less forgivable. So it looks like the door may be open for Karen. I don't even need to say maybe, because Karen was at BravoCon. Andy had to sit down with her, and Karen will be back. Who is that say I hope neither would be back? Out there. Yes, me too, Linda Gamble. Me too. Read in, I'll read your follow-up comments. Well, let me read it. She could have did the sale for 6 hours, take a week to order, then do the sale again for another 6 hours, and so on. Good point. Do the sale, but make sure you got the product. People want their product. I don't want to order anything. That's like Amazon. If I'm ordering off of Amazon and, they give you the estimated shipping date, if I can't get it prime, most time I don't want it. But if they tell me 2 weeks out, I'm scrolling to see if another company got that same product that could get it to me quicker. So I agree with you. I agree. Linda Gamble love her some Nene. Okay. She said, this is what she had to say. I couldn't tell you because we haven't picked that one up. So season 11 of Real Housewives of Potomac has not been picked up yet, but it will be. And I think they may ask Mia to come back. Okay. What's her name here? Jen Shaw. She said, they asked when it's picked up. I'll ask Jen Shaw. Is that one that's less forgivable? She said, for me personally, yeah. But again, I have no idea on the level of accountability, but yes. So that's a no if it's left up to her. Quick question. Okay. Oh, you want Karen, not Nene or Kenya. Oh, I love them. Quick question. Do you guys think that Karen is acting in a manner where she is holding herself accountable? Because I do. And when I talked about Wendy the other day, I don't feel like Wendy is holding herself accountable. Although she, and we'll get to her in a minute, it hasn't gone to court or anything like that. Girl, I would be at home chilling until all of this is over. That's not admitting guilt, but still, it's too much. So I agree with her. Accountability must be shown. Next is Kenya. They said this isn't criminal, of course, but is there a road back to Atlanta for Kenya Moore after what she did in season 16? She said, again, the chairwoman said, yes, I would say so, but I don't know. Yeah, I would not rule that out. So Kenya Moore hair care may be back. Next up is the queen of Atlanta for me, Nene Leakes. They said, how about Nene Leakes? Is there ever a way back for Nene between Bravo and Andy Cohen? And she answered, we've had Nene on red carpet shows for E. We have worked with Nene since then. That's a yes for me. Also, don't forget, Andy Cohen himself said last week when he was asked about Nene, he said that they had a long conversation. So if you guys don't remember, Nene called the network racist and had a couple choice words for Andy Cohen. So it looks like maybe they've hashed out their differences. They went on to ask her, could she ever be on the show again? Do you think? She said, yes, she can be on the show. Bring Nene back. Let me see what you guys are saying. Yes, love some Nene. Wendy was sashaying on the runway in Vegas like she was a model. Yes, not a good look. And that's why we're going to be talking about her next. Nene has some alcoholic beverages coming out, does she? And yes, Cheryl Canada, Mia is in jail. I made a video about that yesterday. She is locked up. And let's go ahead and get into, because we got 3 of them that we're going to discuss tonight. Mia, Porsha, and Wendy. So let's go ahead and get into that. Let's see. That's Porsha. This is Mia. Now, I do want to play this one first because Mia got a big cackle out of Wendy when Wendy was arrested, and Wendy had a mug shot and all of that. And I be damn. A month later, like this person said, a few minutes later, here she go. But we're going to take it back and take a listen to what she had to say at that time. Gigi said, if you can forgive the others, you can forgive her, but keep Solo Cup out. Who is Solo Cup, child? Karen. There would be no Real Housewives of Atlanta without Nene Leakes. Period. Tigo said I might start back watching again if they bring Nene back. Yeah. I love Nene. I do. All right, let's take a look at Mia before.
Sharon just got out of jail now. When he's going there, what the hell? We taking turns over here? Like, I don't want no parts, okay? This is what I have. This is my business in a man, okay? I have nothing. You know what? I will take my butt back to the strip club and make my dollars.
Good child. Seems like you should have done that, Wendy. I mean, Amia, before you stole that furniture out that house, child. You should have went back and got on the pole.
Don't be it's kids. Now, where are the kids?
So
everybody's so worried about my children, which my children are perfectly great. What now? What? Now her kids are sitting here at school, right? Getting the breaking news that mommy and daddy have mugshots because they committed fraud.
Oh, child, that karma came back quick. You hear me? Because her 3 kids were probably at school when they found out that mommy got a mugshot and got arrested. A couple more seconds in this.
Like, that's ridiculous.
And that was wrong of her to bring up her kids. As a former castmate, kids are off limits. A lot of us in the public had that same question. What about the kids? What about the kids? But she was being shady. And Mia know better.
I hear that. I hear that.
Because she needed a story.
Hold on.
I'm like, no. Like, 1 plus 1 is not equaling 2. And I have 0 degrees. And I know that is correct. You know, like.
All right. Your thoughts about the first video, because we're going to go ahead and look at the other one, child. Shout out to It's On Site. Now, let me put this thumbnail up. Let me see. This is right in my DMs because somebody asked, was she in a rental home? And she was in a condo. But this is what had me gagged. Where is it, child? This is what had me gag. I want to show you guys. What is his name? No, hold on, guys. Or is it? Let me see if he's the one that reported this. Because allegedly, and I want to make sure I have it up here before I even say it. It wasn't him. Hold on. Let me look at my Instagram real quick. We're going to look at the video of Mia. Karma spent the block real quick. You hear me? Let's see. Which one did I send it to, child? Not that one. I know I sent it to my regular Instagram page. Give me 1 second. Unless they deleted it. Because I just did it before this live. Allegedly, this was the condo that Mia and Ink shared. You guys remember Ink, little bitty Ink? Okay, here you go right here. Hold on. Let me send it to myself again. So I could bring it up for you guys, because this is alleged. This is not me saying this, but I put somewhere on Instagram, where is Bobby V? Now I'm confused because Mia has been out and about with singer Bobby V. But allegedly, and let me bring this up, according to No Chaser TV, that was the condo that she shared with Inc. So was Inc. the owner of the condo, and did Inc. have Mia arrested? Yeah, she was with Little Bitty Bob, well, Little Bitty Inc. and Little Bitty Bobby Chow. But this is what they said right here. In the report, the condo's management company alleges Mia Fields Thornton and a man identified as Jared McGriff suddenly, okay, so he didn't do it, suddenly moved out of the unit in the middle of the night on October 28th, taking the furniture and television. Bobby V got a new girl. Well, look, I told you guys this when I reported on this the other day. Mia 2 days ago, and I could have sworn that I screen recorded that, but a couple days ago, when did she get arrested? Yesterday or day before? So like Monday, let's say Monday, she put up a post with several videos and pictures of her and Bobby V with the heartbreak emoji. So people's like, look, you confusing us, Mia. Are y'all together or not? Does this mean that you broke up? So Althea said Bobby got a new girl. I guess that is true. But allegedly her and Inc., and I don't know if I believe this unless they're looking for Inc., moved out in the middle of the night, taking the furniture and television. This had to be some type of Airbnb. I don't know, Linda Gamble. That's what I'm saying. We haven't heard anything online if he did. So if it was the both of them, then the both of them should have been arrested. But it was said that, and somebody put this in the comment section, that Wendy knew that she had warrant, that they had placed a warrant out for her. And she still, that was Gigi, and she still tried to dip. And they got it. You're not going out there. You're not going out there at all. No. And that's crazy to me. So let's go ahead and take a look at a little bit of it. But I would think that they both would have been arrested unless he's on the run. If this is true, everything is alleged. And shout out to No Chaser TV for this. We'll find out. That's for sure. But for those of you that did not see it, let's go ahead and take a quick look at Mia. That Atlanta airport is busy. You hear me? Because that's where they the police stopped Porsha, which we're gonna talk about next with the Karen. But let's take a look at a little bit of this. You guys hit the like button for me. Now, this is how you know God just don't like ugly, because she was talking about Mia and Eddie with their mugshot. But baby, you got the whole walk of shame. You got the whole walk of shame and the mugshot.
I got to the precinct. Go to the precinct, finish up my paperwork, and we'll take all that. Good. Mr. You ready? How you doing? I'm Officer Hunt, City of Police. You know you have one, correct? Okay. You know what?
So right there, he said, you know you got a warrant, correct? She said yes. Was she trying to skip town? She probably was trying to skip town.
Cool. So what we're gonna do is I'll take you back to our precinct, finish my paperwork. Once that's done, you got a cell phone? Okay. So we'll go back to the precinct. I'll do my paperwork. Once that's done, then I'm gonna transport you to Fulton County. So we just have a holding cell. We don't have a jail, just holding cell. And I precinct. Okay. You want to put your shoes on? Yes, ma'am. Good. You want to come real fast?
I'm sorry. I meant, girl, look, I'm getting confused, Teresa, with all these arrests and mug shots and girl. But I absolutely meant Mia. Let's continue. And I don't, I think I answered you, but I don't know, Linda Campbell. little more. Now, Wendy, why you child, Mia, why you bending down in that officer's face like that? She trying to use her strip club. I'm gonna play a little bit more, but Bridget J, I have to read this. Sis. How would she get Wendy and Eddie's furniture? Are you talking about in the past? Did she rent from them before or something like that? If you're talking about in this case, it was not Wendy's and Eddie's furniture. So I don't know where I don't know where you heard that from, sis. But do they have furnished apartments and condos? Again, it had to have been an Airbnb, and that's trifling.
You want your hands? Excuse me. You want your hands? Hold on. Relax for a second. Relax. You want your.
All right, give me your thoughts. We don't have to look at the whole thing, but how embarrassing. Right here, they are handcuffing her. He asked her, do you want it up here? Do you want it down there? And yeah, Karma spent the block. She was treated with respect, though. She was, you know. Porsha as well. But I can see how you can mix them up. They all in jail. Yeah, thank you, sis, because there's a lot. Thank you, Aunt Debbie. Hit the like button. Fox 5 website has the warrant details of Mia, and I'm sure it didn't say anything about Eddie and Wendy. I'm getting them all mixed up now, you know. It has been alleged that Inc. was arrested too, but let's go. In my opinion only, Mia was absolutely trying to flee. You know, like Bridget J said, don't nobody move out in the middle of the night. It's dark. You can't even see. And then you taking folks' furniture? Come on now. That's crazy. Okay, she's trying to be funny. I think it was Ink's or Bobby's furniture. She got into it with one of them, left the house, and took the furniture with her. Well, that was my question. I said earlier that I was tagged. Well, I did in one somewhere on Instagram. Tagged Bobby V. I was like, go get her out. I said, or was this your stuff? So I just find it odd that she put that heartbroken post up and all of that. Mia is very calculated. So I kind of think it was Bobby V's. Gigi, the warrant, I'm not going to try to look for announcements, but did it say anything about who the owner of the condo was? Let me know. Wendy and Eddie, from the looks of it, may have stolen their furniture. Ooh, child, baby. She say she stole it from somewhere and she going to jail. How in the world did she think she would be able to get away with stealing the furniture? Weren't her name on the lease/rental agreement? Yeah, you know, I think, in my opinion, if it wasn't the personal home, and it wasn't, I don't think, of Bobby V, I think that her and Ink were most likely in some type of Airbnb renting it, you know, long term or whatever. But the sad thing is, when we're talking about all of these housewives outside of Porsha, and you guys may disagree with me when it comes to Porsha, a lot of them are just trying to keep up with the Joneses. You know what I mean? Mia, of all people, got to steal furniture. How crazy is that? You know? But let's keep it moving. That's what you call a humbling experience. Real quick. You know, you gotta be careful. Let me knock on wood, child. I ain't got nothing in my past, but gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Bridget J said, yep, she's a thief, but I was playing about Wendy. Okay. All right, let's see. It was a furnished lease condo. It was the landlord's furniture. Okay. I saw somebody earlier say the landlord is in China, something like that. Sued for not paying rent before arrest. Oh, wow. Okay. No, the furniture belonged to the owner. The owner is either working in China or lives in China. Okay. All right. I see you guys got the scoop from somewhere, child. You know, Mia, what about your kids? What about your kids? Okay. Gordon is highly disappointed. Yeah, he probably laughing his arse off, you know, but Gordon loves Mia. Mia, look, she got that hold on Gordon. And I think if she go crying to Gordon, he gonna open the door. He gonna open the door. Which one I want to start with? Let me close this. All right. I want to make sure that they show the Karen in this video of what I have up next for Porsha. You know, we came out the other day because they said that Porsha most likely would have ended up on the no-fly list. The FBI is absolutely involved. The extended video of Porsha being questioned in that airport in Atlanta, some officers explained that to the driver that was there to pick up Porsha. And the driver, in my opinion, wanted Porsha arrested. Was she getting arrested? Okay, well, just arrest her and I'll just leave. It was crazy. But he mentioned that, yes, the FBI is involved when it comes to alleged incidents that happen on flights. But the lady is a straight up Karen. And let's take a look first at what Porsha had to say. And I hope this is the one with this lady that said that she thought that Porsha was going to unalive her. I'm scared that she's going to unalive me or have someone unalive me. Straight up Karen. Let's take a look.
So the lady who was sitting next to me, I was on my phone and the volume was up on the phone. And she turned to me out of nowhere and she said, "So you're going to make me listen to that the whole flight?" And I said, "Well, do you want to?" And she said, "No." And I said, "Am I going to make her listen to my phone?" So I said, "This is before we took off." Yes, even before we took off.
So you guys were in Las Vegas when it happened?
Now, I can say some people may be annoyed. Porsha probably, and I'm not blaming her because the Karen was wrong, but she probably should have had on some earbuds. You know what I mean? If you scrolling through Instagram and all of that, and she probably was looking at all the activity from BravoCon, but still, mind your business, lady. Oh, yes, me too. Me too. Thicker, okay? Same out there. Let's continue.
Yeah.
The people was on the ground.
Yes.
The door was shut. Was open.
No, the door wasn't shut. People were still working.
People were still there.
Oh, okay. Okay, I couldn't tell. Okay.
So the people walking behind Porsha are the people that are getting off the plane. So you guys will see a witness in a second.
So she was like, you know, "Are you gonna make me listen to that?" I said, "Well, do you want to?" And she said, "No." I said, "Well, it was a nicer way to say that." And she said, "Bitch, you don't tell me bitch." And I was like, "You're okay." I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm just telling him what happened.
I'm so sorry.
And so it's all
If
right.
there's anything I can do to help
Yeah,
you.
you were sitting near us.
I was.
Yeah, I was just
I
telling
was
him.
there and I heard it was unreprehensible. But when I got in your face and gave you the middle finger.
Now, look, I'm glad that it was a clear that came to Porsha's defense against the other clear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was doing things that were completely killed. I'm embarrassed. I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
That's why I'm asking if you're okay.
Yes, no, I
wouldn't be. Wouldn't be.
I mean, you know, I don't know what she's claiming she's gonna press her saying I hit her. I'm like, I did not hit you.
You want to continue? You want to continue, man?
Sure. Oh, okay. Can I get your information? Can you get your information as a witness?
Sure.
Yeah, please. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I was sitting 2 rows back. She did not touch
No,
me.
no,
All right.
You saw everything happen?
Yeah.
That's another witness. Yes.
Yeah.
The guy had his seat reclined before the flight even took off, and I saw the entire. She did not.
I didn't touch her.
She's great. I think they in my face.
She did not. It was. I could see her.
I can write my info down.
Okay. How you doing?
Here she go. Here she go. And a lot of people were blurring out her face, but I'm not going to do that. Protect her for what? Just like I didn't just protect them unruly kids. So let's take a look at her. She started this whole exchange off. You can just tell what she was on. You know what I mean?
No.
Not very good, sir. And you?
Dude, I'm Officer Bowman. I work at the Atlanta Police Department.
Great.
So I heard about the incident that happened, but I haven't heard your side of the story.
Why didn't you hear my side of the story first, sir?
Well, I had another officer
Oh, okay. Well,
spoke to you, but I just want to hear it
and you
personally.
think it's proper to me tell you the whole story where everybody's sitting around here? They can all
Entitlement. Entitlement is what they have. Look at her. He can interview you or question you wherever he chooses to.
hear.
No, ma'am. If you want to be private,
I think we should be private.
Okay.
This is an assault.
okay, you want to come over?
Yes. I sat in my, I was sitting in my seat. She was the last passenger to come on. So when she came on board, she said, I'm in that seat. I said, no problem. I jumped up, got far away from her, so she had plenty of room. She had to put stuff in the upstairs thing. I understand that. Took plenty of time. Sit back down.
Oh.
We never spoke other than that. And after about 25 minutes of her on Instagram, full blast, every time she would flip, because apparently it was from a loud place, I jumped because it was so loud. And so I waited 25 minutes, give her time, let her do whatever she needed to do. And then I said, am I going to
What they do?
time?
Look, she talking about she jumped every time Porsha went to the next screen. This is my answer.
What they do?
Do.
And she said, do you like it? And I said, no. And she said, well, I don't like the way you asked me. I said, don't put this on me. And the next thing I know, there was a fingernail so close to my eye that I thought I was going to be physically attacked. She had her, I don't want to do it to you, sir. She had her hands in my face, screaming, calling me crazy. On and on and on. So now the flight attendants can't come help me because they're strapped in.
There go that old help me. Help me. The fingernail. She trying to say the fingernail was a weapon, child.
For this takeoff, my phone is sitting against my leg on my lap. So I take it to video to try and protect myself. And as soon as I go like this,
are you guys listening to the key words? Protect myself. Help me. The nail. I thought she was about to do this. I hope you guys, well, you guys know. Child.
She takes her hand and things like that and throws my phone. And everybody sees the phone go down the end of the whole airplane. And the flight attendant told me he saw her knock it out of my hand. And that's assault. And
So
I was
she
50
actually,
years old.
so she actually knocked the phone off the head.
You're damn right she did.
Okay.
I didn't drop it.
All right. All right.
I
Can
mean,
you,
that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid she's going to have me killed.
so can you do me a favor? Can you let
That really, hey Neva P. That last part, and you know, I can't rewind on Instagram, but you guys heard her say, you know what? And I'm afraid she's gonna have me unalived. Lady, please. So I hope Porsha sues. She said that people saw Porsha knock the phone out her hand, but the witnesses said Porsha didn't. The witnesses look like her, not like us. And this is dangerous. You know, it's dangerous. We can get a cackle, but again, whoop-de-doo. Hey, yeah.
What they do?
I hope she got a little shmoney and Porsha go ahead and sue her. You know, if enough of them get sued and she just don't know, she's lucky. Because we know Porsha, child, God's still working on her. So she's lucky. But I don't believe the lady at all. And I'm glad that Porsha has those witnesses. I'm glad that she was not arrested because she could have been. And that's what this lady wanted. We sick of Karens, okay? And Kens. Hey, Brittany Janae. Yes, April. It's crazy, isn't it? You don't believe Porsha put her finger in her eye. LOL. Knock it off, Karen. Look, now, when I thought back to the old Porsha, like I just said, God working on her, like he working on all of us. You know, I can see Porsha sticking that finger up, like you think you're talking to. I could see the old Porsha. I'm talking about the old Porsha. I could see the old Porsha slapping that phone. Like, are you crazy? But Bridget J, like you said, you would have had on your earphones. But let me find the comment. Shoot, and I thought I started, sis. I did. Oh no, I didn't. But you said something like you when you fly, you always have on your earphones. But this Karen, if she would have you off, then it's on and popping, basically. You know. And yeah, she has several witnesses. Here we go. I always use headphones, but if I didn't have any, I would have turned it down initially. Karen was nasty, so I would have checked her purse. Yes, ma'am. Hold on, guys. God dog it. When doggies gotta go, they gotta go. Because if they go in here, it's gonna be a problem. Oh. Okay, you too. Let's go. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna put them both on. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. But anyway, kudos to Porsha. It looks like everything is definitely going to work out in her favor. Let me see what you guys are saying. He passed by and came back to say he saw it. Yes, I loved it as well. Skirt. Yeah, they always want to mind your business, but end up trying to play that scared role. You know? Yeah, no. Oh, did they win? Oh, they did win. Congrats to your son, Brittany Janae. Yay. Who is she to think she should be interviewed first? Crazy. Neva P is here. She wanted to be private while she told all those lies. Exactly. Exactly. You know, it's sad and it's unfortunate that we know they little spiel. You know what I mean? We know they spiel. And look, whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. All right, a couple more. Yazzie is here. Good evening to you as well. Let's see. Nah, we all know if Porsha wanted to snatch that earth up, it would have happened. Yes. Yes. So we know Simon probably was hoping that Porsha would have been arrested, child. He ain't been in his stories in quite some time. But I totally agree with you, Gigi. The old Porsha. Sis has changed now, you know. Teresa, I believe it was you that said dog whistling. That's exactly what she was doing. They know all the key words, child. Scared for my life, gonna unalive me, tried to attack me. She said all of them in the span of a couple minutes. You know, craziness. Okay. I imagine she'll be crying soon, child. Yeah, the people will. That's why I showed her face, but the people found her. She used her age as well, and I'm 70 years old. Bah, bah. Whoop de doo. Okay. Shout out to you, Gia. Whoop de doo. Okay. So we'll end it on a whoop de doo for her.
Whoop de doo.
Go away from us with this. Let's go ahead and get into this last tidbit. Wendy and Eddie again is in the news. Breaking news today. I removed the video because of this here statement. Shout out to my little source, but they let me know that Wendy and Eddie was planning to release this statement a day and saying that it was lies and all of that. So I deleted the video that I put up earlier. But yeah, this is not a good look at all. Let me get this comment off the screen. What info, sis? What info you put in the chat? Dog it, Gigi. I saw a lengthy. Here you go. Here you go. Felony warrant accuses Fields Thornton and co-tenant Jared McGriff of removing high value furnishings from condo they rented. Allegedly, the pair moved in the middle of the night. Thank you so much, sis. So that Instagram page that I brought up, they had the same information. So it was Little Bitty Ink. Ooh, child. Thank you, Gigi. She moved out in the middle of the night. Yeah. But look, we on to another Real Housewives of Teresa say probation. Real Housewives of Paroles. Real Housewives of Prison, child. We on to the next one. When it comes to the Potomac girls, and it is Wendy and Eddie allegedly used aliases and had over 40 credit cards. So let's go ahead and take a look. Shout out to Bravo Snarkle. I love their page. But anyway, they said that the prosecutors are seeking additional financial records of the RHOP star Wendy Osefo and her husband Eddie. They say they will show a pattern of excessive spending and support a motive in their criminal fraud case. Defense attorneys of the Osefos had said that the Carroll County prosecutors were on a fishing expedition. And if they threw that reel out there, baby, it looks like they caught something. But anyway, they said that they are on that fishing expedition because they want new banking records for the couple. They said that again, we know they staged that robbery. But this is what tripped me out. The prosecutors responded to Wendy and Eddie's lawyers, and they said that the Osefos have approximately 40 credit cards / or debit cards, some of which are believed to be in company names, and have in other instances used the aliases Pam Oliver and Eddie Hennessy. They said that the reason why they use those aliases is because it was a deliberate attempt to mask their identity. Prosecutors also say Wendy falsely denied using PayPal, Venmo, and Cash Apps to pay for jewelry. And they did. If the prosecutors say they got the records, they got the records. So if they're saying that Wendy used PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App to pay for jewelry, I don't know. I don't use my I don't even keep my funds in Cash App. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if people do pay for things, but jewelry, $4,000-$5,000, I would want to use my credit card because that's an extra layer of protection. But anyway, the state anticipates seeing purchases as well as returns on the financial records. If they saying that they anticipate, they got it. Additionally, the state expects such documentation to show a pattern of excessive spending, again supporting their motive in this case. They also said that the amount of debt owed by the Osefos jointly, individually, and by the businesses that they own is highly relevant to their motive. So we heard that before, that Wendy and Eddie allegedly are in financial ruins, child, just in debt. And allegedly, the prosecution believes that's why they came up with this scheme to say that they were their house had been broken into. Eddie's lawyer said that the requests were overly broad and strangely timed, saying prosecutors were looking for something they haven't figured out. After 18 months of the investigation, he said authorities hadn't talked to the Osefos from the time of the break-in until they were charged criminally. Do you guys think that they should have been interviewed more? No, that's gonna trip you guys off that they're up to something. That's kind of normal for them not to, raise any red flags on your end, so you won't think that you're under investigation. I agree, sis. I agree. Okay, Red Ann, thank you, sis. What high-end jewelry stores use those modes of payments? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Eddie didn't have enough sense to use another first name. Baby, look, when they got Eddie in this mugshot looking like this, I told you guys, I think Eddie puff past his own supply. So Eddie Hennessy, did he get the Hennessy from Hennessy being his favorite drink? Let me know. Let me know. But let's go ahead. I will put up. Was that on the screen all the time, guys? If it was, it's no big deal. Let's go ahead and take a look at what their, and I'm gonna share this another way, attorney had to say. All right. And I will enlarge this. But they released this statement today. Shout out again to the person that let me know about this before it even hit social media. But at the outset, police failed to properly investigate the initial burglary despite clear indications of a break-in, displaying clear bias against the Osefo family. That should have been a red flag to me, to Wendy and Eddie. Hey, Lulu, that damn, they may be really cross-checking this, because them saying at the offset they failed to properly investigate, they probably didn't need anything else from you guys, but they were still investigating. But anyway, the Osefos heard nothing but silence from police over 18 months, despite complete cooperation and requests for updates. It is common knowledge that this is where she threw the other Real Housewives under the bus. She said it is common knowledge that other Real Housewives cast members have also been victimized after documenting their travel on social media, yet none face this level of scrutiny or criminal charges. The way I think, Wendy and Eddie said, look at Kyle, look at Dorit, look at, if they got away with it, we should do it too. If they did this, allegedly. That's what I think went through their brain. Kyle is not your color. Dorit is not your color. Okay? But anyway, we believe it is deeply unjust for the Sheriff's Office and Office of State's Attorney for Carroll County to publicly expose confidential financial information about Eddie and Wendy Osefo. What is most disturbing is the state appears to have begun investigating only after charging the Osefos, which is a highly irregular approach that raises serious concerns about motive and fairness. The public release of the family's private financial details serves no lawful purpose and only invites conclusory, what's wrong with my tongue, opinions about a case the state is obviously still investigating. Now, I'm going to stop right there, but I want you, Uche, I was about to say, I want you all's thoughts on that so far, and Gigi already said
Whoop-de-doo.
Gigi said whoop-de-doo. Is this highly irregular as far as what we see, as far as the state handling Wendy and Eddie's case? Anybody? Anybody? Yes. Why would Wendy and Eddie come on a reality show when they were doing criminal acts? Oh, child. Allegedly. I got to start reading these comments first. Deborah H., I have zero knowledge of that, but I'm sure people have looked them up. I don't know. All right, let me finish this last paragraph. We'll get you all's thoughts. Wow, an hour and 23 minutes already. But anyway, their attorneys continue, and they said the Osefos have never used an alias on any financial application. This allegation is false and misleading. Such names were used for the delivery of packages. So they're saying that they didn't use that for anything other than their packages. And, you know, I don't know. I'm questioning that. But they said following their lawful purchase to safeguard the identity of very public figures, it is ironic for the state to assert or exaggerate the existence of any purported debt in connection with this accomplished professional couple. Due process is paramount to the administration of justice, and its breach by misleading the public with a false narrative have only compounded the harm. The defense is confident the court will prevent any further violation of the Aselfo's right to a fair trial. Is this unfair? Is it unfair? Hold on, guys. That dog it. Oh, shit. Get in here. Oh, it's right here. Come on. Move. Okay, is this unfair? Are they not being treated fairly with releasing this information? I haven't heard that, Cheryl Canada. I haven't heard as of right now, and even with this statement that I just read, they don't mention the F boys. So we don't know that right now, and how they were charged. It was a state case. Not both state and federal can investigate simultaneously. One investigation lends to another, so the feds will probably pick this up too. It's not a federal case though, so I doubt that they do, but we'll see. And once again, them alphabet boys don't move unless it's on a lick. Right, but this is state, guys. This is state. This is some BS right here. Right there. The woman was doing this before coming on the show. Okay, so allegedly and obviously, I believe that you guys may have watched another content creator or something about previous past. I don't know. Bravo said those jewelry stores don't care. A sale is a sale. As long as it clears, it's good. And look, if they were, which is odd to me, but if they were paying by PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo, they get that money right away. So you're right, as long as it clears. Not Hennessy. They should have stayed away from. Thank you, Flora B. Flora Bar. Why do I always say, well, Flora B? I'll keep it as that. But that's what I said when I released this video the other day. And she was modeling and walking and looked designer to me. Girl, don't you realize you're under investigation? Don't you realize you are under investigation? So we know Wendy got 4 degrees, child. Eddie is a lawyer. And it appears to me that they're going to try to say that they have been discriminated against when it comes to this. And I don't see it. You know, the right hand don't tell the left hand what's going on or vice versa. So I don't expect somebody that's building a case to be in contact with you. And that would have been a red flag to me. Oh, shit, we in trouble. We reported that doggone burglary last year in April. Here it is, October of 2025. A whole year and a couple months, and we still haven't heard anything. They had enough time to go ahead and go back to Nigeria, child, because that's probably what I would have done. That was a clue right there. Okay. We will find out if it does turn into it. As of now, for the sake of this video, is state. So we'll find out. You know, it's fair that you made a claim of something and then posted yourself with the alleged item. Yeah. You know, and even Gigi, with how they describe themselves in this release, they are extremely public and all of that. And your public arse allegedly had on the stuff that you reported stolen. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? It's crazy. So look, in the span of a week, we done had 3 housewives. The arrest of Mia. We had Porsha in the airport. Thank goodness she wasn't arrested. And Wendy is in the news again. They need to start. You guys know they do those opening scenes. Not the opening scenes, but you guys know when they get dressed and shoot their look for their cover of a new season. They just get the mug shots, put them all together. It's crazy. It's crazy. They are human, but like I stated earlier, they're suffering from keeping up with the Joneses. Even when it comes to Mia, whatever furniture that you have, that furniture should have been enough. We know that Mia didn't leave empty-handed with Gordon. I don't know, allegedly, if Ink convinced her to be his partner in crime. I don't know. But baby, if I gotta sleep on the floor, you know what I'm saying, before I try to move somebody's stuff out their house, their condo that we're in temporarily, yeah, no, we're not doing that at all. As Bravo said, dummy ass, period. Hey, Spectatious. With their criminality, they should have stayed off of TV, period. I agree. Because look, not only they can they can live a legal life and get on reality TV. And had a previous life of crime, folks gonna dig it up, whether it's the authorities or not. So for that point, period, I probably would have stayed off of TV, you know? Why did the CEO have to rent anything, let alone steal? Good point. Taking furniture was just stupid. I would never leave top-notch furniture in my rentals. Yeah. That's why I was saying that's what I was saying, Spectatious. Okay. Yeah. I agree with you guys. You know, so I think, and my final thoughts until another breaking story come out about Wendy, I think that they are biting off more than they can chew when it comes to these statements that they've been releasing. And you still have court. So that's why I said they should have laid low. Even if you had an attorney to put out a statement here or there, I would lay low until it's my day in court. Sort of like Karen did. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. That's it. That's all, Bravo. She thinks she's above everybody else, including the law, just smelling herself. Facts. Totally agree. So, Real Housewives of Prison, Probation, Parole, child, it's too much. It is too much. Who's left on that show? Let's take a look. Where's my thumbnail? Giselle, girl, do you have anything? Ashley, Jazzy, Angel, Stacy, and who else? The girl Kay, Tia, the new girl. I hope not. Okay, couple more. We out of here. Teresa said, Dustin and Dummy Los was joking about Mia. Dustin was like, did two men in a truck pull up in the middle of the night, or did they go to Home Depot? Really? Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to watch Carlos. But that is funny. Look, it's giving U-Haul. That's what it's giving. It's giving U-Haul in the middle of the night, child. I wonder, will Eddie Hennessy take the fall for it all? You know, I think it's out of their hands now because they both were charged separately. You know what I'm saying? So he can't just, unless he, because they have communication, allegedly. They have communication between the both of them, meaning she knew, he knew. So it takes you back, Spectatia, to Teresa and Juicy Joe of Real Housewives of New Jersey. They both were arrested. They both were charged. They both were found guilty, and they both served time. You know? Sad, sad, sad. All right, last comment from Gigi. Now, how in 2024 did Mia have a net worth of $5 million and allegedly stealing furniture? Trying to keep up with the Joneses. Mia child could have rented her apartment right there in the A. You know what I'm saying? Probably could have got her something for $1,500 a month. Do whatever you have to do instead of that. So I don't know. I think she was more of Ink's partner in crime. We'll see. After Bobby V quit her, I think she ran right on back to Ink, and Ink wanted her to prove her worth. Because you guys let me know this before we go. Didn't Mia come out recently and say that her and Gordon both lived in the same building? Or no? Well, maybe that was back in Potomac, because she did move to Atlanta to be with little bitty Ink. So Ink ain't no good. He ain't been no good. He wasn't no good when he sat there and tried to lie with her and act like that was his child. And yeah, karma spent the block at all. Yeah, she could have bought a nice condo. She shouldn't have quit Real Housewives of Potomac. If you are at a point now where you are allegedly stealing furniture and a TV and all of that mess, girl, ain't nowhere in the world I would have quit Real Housewives of Potomac. Seemed like you needed that money, that salary. So I'm tired of them, child, but I'll be talking about them. Not little bitty itty, little itty bitty incy wincy yazzy ink. Okay. Stand about 4'5" and me a 6 feet tall child. And on that note, good night. The bottle girl has dropped the Hennessy. Good night, Gigi. Good night, Bravo. Okay, let me read yours, child. Because Deborah been dropping some stuff. That's when they were on the show. Mia said her and G lived in the same building. Okay, that was when she was on the show. Okay. Well, she was just posted up with G not too long ago, Bobby V. And girl, why were you with Bobby V? Allegedly, he child, I can't say that. Oh, I'm so glad I stopped myself, because they would have been child trying to strike my channel. Allegedly, Bobby V likes trans women. And you went through all of that and you ain't hit a lick off of him? Girl, bye. What was the reason? All right, guys, I am out of here. Cutie Carew. I will see you guys tomorrow night. We are having our Friday night party tomorrow night. I got to catch y'all before the holiday. Shout out to our new member, T. Go Say It If It Needs to Be Said. I believe that's what it was. But yes, tomorrow night we will be over here on YouTube. And maybe we'll go to Patreon, child. I may change that because we may want to get a little bit rowdy. So to the Cutie Crew, keep your eyes out on the community wall. I think I may change this to a Patreon Friday night party. You know, that way we can do what we used to do. Let loose. We can let loose. You know what I mean? All right. Mia. Oh, child, double H. Not Mia could pass for one. Ooh. And all right, well, killing myself laughing. Mia has a strong faith now. Ooh, child. See, y'all messy. Gigi, you messy. Ooh, child. Bravo saying the same thing. Let's look real quick. This is you guys saying it, not me. I think her mugshot is gorge. I wonder if she's going to be like everybody else and end up putting her mugshot on a t-shirt. My thing is, the people that put their mug shots on t-shirts and sell them like Destiny did on Love and Mirror Huntsville. Well, Destiny had about 4-5 different shirts, but who buys them and wears them? I would never. Good night, Pet H. Good night. I would never. Okay. Would you guys buy? I'm gonna give you a whoop-de-doo on the way out the door, Bridget J. Would you guys buy somebody's mugshot? And I stand on it. Gotta check it from the side. Love you, Gigi. She's standing on business. Gigi, I'm gonna say this to you, child.
Whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo. A whoop-de-doo to Gigi. Not to you, but just I'm giving you that. Bridget J, I'm gonna give it to you too.
Whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo on the way out the door. And all of y'all. Let's see, y'all wouldn't even know I was arrested. I'd be like, shh, don't tell nobody. Facts. Right. Who would buy it? Oh, child. Dustin said he's just glad she had the black hair and not them other wigs. I'm going to have to check that out. I got a long weekend. Those of you that's going to be out shopping, get your shop on early because them stores is packed already for the holiday. So I will be doing that tomorrow. Mug shots are free. Right. Girl, why I got to walk around with you on me? Why would I do that? And like Gigi said, we can just search them public records and it's right there. A mess. All right, guys. I love you guys. If you did not hit that like button on your way in, please hit that like button for me on your way out. Shout out to the replay gang. I appreciate you guys as well. I may see you guys at some point tomorrow. Somebody else may have breaking news, child, but if not, the Cutie Crew, I will see you guys tomorrow night. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday, and I'll chat with you guys soon. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. With QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT.